And I want to, in a very humble manner, tell you my story, just to encourage you that it is possible. You have seen it here. I saw you clapping as you saw me barefoot. It is true. My toes were jigger infested. I used to walk this way. But I've stayed in Nairobi for some time. I've perfected my way of life and straight, and now I walk straight. This man here, who is Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya and the Principal Assistant to President William Ruto, one of the greatest leaders in Africa, was born 59 years ago in a small village called Rigathi, in a grass-thatched house that was the remnant of the colonial structures where my father and mother, now deceased, were confined by the colonialists. My parents were peasants. They had not gone to school. They owned nothing. They had only the gift of giving birth to many children because we were 9. They were freedom fighters. My father was a gunsmith in the Mount Kenya forest, where he would service weapons for the Mau Mau fighters, while my mother would bring food and ammunition stolen from Kegaja Police College to keep the war going. We were 9, no means of income. Many times we were chased out of school. Many times we went hungry. Our heads were full of lice. And I don't know whether you know how many types of lice that we have. I don't think whether you know how many types of lice we have. We have 2 types. One is which color? Yeah? One is black and a white one. The black one is found in the head, the white one in the body. I don't think you know. That is the kind of life we led. Our beds were full of bed bugs. Our jiggers were invested with jiggers. But we had a determination that one day we shall be somebody. Went to an ordinary school and walked every day for 9 kilometers, to and fro 18 kilometers every day to get education. And somehow we went through school, and in 1977 I was able to do my certificate of primary education. It was called CPE then. And I was able to get admission to Kenyatta High School, where I did from 1 to from 6, and passed well, and went to the University of Nairobi, where I did Bachelor of Arts in Literature and Political Science. I got a job in the public service as a young district officer and served in many parts of this great country. Thereafter, I became the personal assistant to the head of public service then, Professor Philip Mbithi, and later on, I became the personal assistant to President Uhuru Kenyatta when he was presidential candidate and later leader of official opposition. From there, when President Uhuru Kenyatta did not make it in the year 2002, I left for the private sector and did business for 15 years. And I was able to build from nothing a huge empire of business where I employed over 1,000 people. Later on, I was to join Parliament as Member of Parliament, and I only stayed in Parliament for 5 years. And after only 5 years in Parliament, I became the Deputy President of this great republic. The secret is simple. One, you must believe in God, and you must have faith. You must have faith, first in yourself and your desire. We are having many suicide cases across the country and in our universities, where our young people, especially the men, give up because of the challenges of life. I want to encourage you Vice Chancellor, please strengthen your counseling unit and work with the student leadership. Let us have psychologists, let us have pastors and imams to talk to our young people. My request and appeal to you as young people, when the world becomes too tough, when the going becomes rough, when you are having challenges, don't withdraw into yourself. Please speak out. When you speak out, you let off, and somebody will hear you. Many of the cases of suicide, 90% of them, if the people suffering severe depression and stress, mental stress, had chosen to share with a close friend, with a pastor, with an imam, with a lecturer, with somebody whom you think cares, those suicides would have been avoided. I want to appeal to you, please, don't suffer in silence. Good people, please, keep off drugs. Drugs will give you temporary relief from problems. But by the time the drugs are through, the problems are even more. Let nobody cheat you that if you take drugs and you stay high, that the problems and the difficulties that you face have been solved. I want to speak to you at Pwani University and say that we face a big challenge in this country of drug abuse, drug and substance abuse among our people, including university students. And that's why I've come to talk to you. I want to plead with you. Please don't destroy yourself. Don't destroy your future. Because when you destroy yourself, your parents are devastated. You must put family first. The Bible tells us, take care of your parents so that they can bless you. You must respect your father and mother. And in an African setup, your mother and father is anybody else who is the age of your mother and father, including your teachers. You must respect your elders. And that starts from another life. And that sets you into leadership.
Your Excellency Rigathi, kwa majina ni Kuloba Kuloba. Rigathi, umesema kwamba Ruto unamuadmire. Mimi nataka kusema hapa sahi kwamba mimi ninakuadmire.
Asante. Asante.
Your Excellency Rigathi, umetoka kuongea mambo ya busara sana hapa. Ukasema kwamba kulikuwa na deep state ilikuwa inawasumbua. Swali langu ni je, na ukaprofesa ukasema kwamba kutakuwa na president kutoka hapa. Ukasema pia kutakuwa na magavana na etc. Na mimi kitambo nilikuwa najua kwamba ndio ukuwe president lazima ukuwe na deep state. Swali langu ni je, deep state ingine itakuja ama haitakuja? Mwisho kabisa Rigathi, ningependa baada ya hapa nikusalimie kidogo kwa sababu you are my idol. Nipige hata na wewe picha. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Haya, kuja unisalimie. Kuja hata yule jana kuja.
Chawe.
Haya, wapi photographer? Haya, kuja.
Nothing to discuss, cause I think
nimeona. Haya. Hiki jana, alafu tafute umpatie hiyo picha.